intro. Hello, thank you for joining us. We're Mission Improv-able, and this is Mission VD for Valentine's Day. We're still setting up our Periscope. If you follow our Twitter, Mission Improv MY, you can find us on Periscope or Facebook. Today we are talking with Alan, Alec, Chris, and I'm David. Maybe you saw us last week. This is our second week trying this. We just want to talk to some of our viewers, some of our fans, some of our friends, and have fun as we usually do together and share with you. This week we're going to try doing a few topics, lists of things that we want to talk about, and share with you. So, how was everybody's week?
Mine was awesome.
Yeah, what'd you do?
I had a guest starring bit on a new series. It's called Animal Agent. It's a really funny web series.
Really?
Yeah.
What kind of animal were you checking out?
Or were you playing an animal?
Acted like an animal. But,
Is this kind of like one of those furry situations where like you dress up, or I'm sorry, as they call it, plushies? I don't want to offend the community out there.
it's actually, I was a person from another century.
Oh,
Yes.
Future or past?
that's
Past.
actually.
No,
Oh,
past,
okay.
yeah.
So does that have anything to do with animals at all?
Being old-fashioned, I fit right in. Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah.
What kind of animals was it about?
In this case, puppies.
Okay, all right.
But I can't reveal too much because we have to do a
Hashtag puppies.
non-disclosure.
Puppies of the past?
No. You'll see soon.
Okay, what channel?
It's a web series.
Okay.
So it's on channel
Little
But
web channel.
it's produced by a subsidiary
Channel I.
of company owned by Lauren Michaels.
Oh, Lauren Michaels. Yes.
Lauren, if you're watching,
It'll be on channel.
Lauren's not
It'll be on
watching.
channel.
He's not watching.
Lauren is
I revealed
definitely
nothing.
not
I
watching.
revealed nothing. That's right.
is anybody watching?
Is that a breach of contract
so-
right there?
I'm small fry.
One of the things that we just posted on Facebook is if you would like us to talk about something tonight, we'd love to hear from you. Daniel posts.
Yeah, we actually
Message
did.
to you. No, I'm not going to talk about your penis size on the
No.
not
That
gonna
wasn't the
happen.
question.
No, but he said that we did an improve show.
Right. People, with autocorrect, I get it. When you're looking up improv show, it autocorrects to improve. But I think Daniel had a very valid question, and it was about one of his friends.
Are we talking about
It's about one of his friends, yes, of course.
Right.
Are we talking
Right.
about improving penises? I'm confused.
Just Daniel's.
We don't need any improvement on ours.
I could use a little improvement.
Really?
Yeah.
All right. If you, the audience, has any suggestions as to how Alec can improve his manhood, feel free to type in.
I think if you have to call it manhood, you've already got a problem right there. You've got to say it. You got to own it.
Only
you
those
have to own your penis.
Listen, only those of
More
us,
manly than manhood.
only those of us who are uncircumcised are allowed to call it manhood.
Oh, all right.
That's getting gross.
It's not the size of the prize.
Yeah. It's
You
the
did,
motion,
Yeah,
the
it is.
motion of the lotion.
It is about the size.
You did some stand-up recently?
Ah.
Did you do a variety show with Damon and do some
Yes,
stand-up?
yes.
How did that go?
I'm doing stand-up for it. I did some improv with him.
How'd that go?
It was all right.
Yeah.
It's
And
fun.
where did you perform? Where was your venue?
It was at this place.
That's,
In,
it was at a place. All right.
In
That's good.
New Windsor, Temple Hill.
Ah.
Temple Hill pub or brew house or brewery or club or bar. What was it
So
called?
tonight
It
we're
was
at,
great though. You should check it out. It'll be going on again this Tuesday.
Tavern. All right.
Tavern. The one I.
There we go.
Tavern.
Tonight we're at SUNY Orange Hall Gallery, just sitting around talking. We wanted to talk a little bit tonight about a few things. Tonight's serious discussion, if we could possibly do that, is about censorship. Because there was a little bit of an issue not too long ago with censoring a piece of artwork that was self-censored by the artist, and some people mistook the situation for SUNY Orange censoring the artwork of the young lady. They did not. They wanted her to keep the artwork here, but because of some pressure, she wanted to pull the art. What do you guys feel about artwork that's controversial, that people start to get heated about it, and you're the artist and you say, I don't want that heat, so you pull the art, or you say, I'm just going to leave it and let people argue about it. Where's the line for you guys? Where's the line with
I think it's
what's too far?
I think nothing's too far, and I think it's horrible that, you know, the young artist had to feel so much pressure on the part of political correctness that something that they made and felt proud of, and that expressed something that they thought was going to be there, had to be pulled off in order to save face because someone else might get hurt by it. I mean, obviously, you don't want to, like, you know, put a picture of, like, I don't know, a dead baby or something. You know
So
what I
then
mean?
there
But,
is a
like,
line for you. The dead baby is the line.
unless it's a dead baby that serves a purpose.
That's more of a
Doorstep?
Time magazine, you know, feel bad for the Syrian refugees kind of thing, and that, I don't know, is that considered art, or is that more journalism?
Well, that's journalism. Art should be whatever you make it, whatever you feel about it. You shouldn't feel like, I gotta take this down.
And you bring up a very good point too, is that if you pick your nose and put it on a traffic cone and then you surround it with velvet rope and serve wine at the opening of it, you could call that art. Am I wrong?
Well, no, you're not wrong. And I was
I'd buy
talking
it.
about this the other day, that in the 80s, an artist, and I can't remember the artist's name, but an artist put a crucifix in a jar of urine. And then that same year or a year later, another artist painted the Madonna using
With the
cow
pieces,
dung.
yeah.
And people were very upset.
Right.
Now, the difference is, you know, when people get upset, they weren't bombing people or threatening to kill them. They were just very upset. But we had
Right.
freedom of speech. The art in question here was a young woman made a comment on Sharia law being like women being treated like dogs, and
Okay.
it wasn't that it was art. It was art. Whether it was good or bad art doesn't matter. The girl's the one who caved on the pressure. She didn't want to cause anybody pain or cause controversy.
Did she not want to piss off a certain religious group?
It's very possible she wanted to piss off her own family.
Well, let me ask you something. What's the purpose of art?
Right,
The
exactly.
purpose of art may be to create a discussion, have a discussion, raise a discussion, and what are we doing right now?
I
We're
have no
talking
idea.
about it, but she pulled the piece of art, so that discussion has only become about censorship and not about that piece of art.
But she
I wouldn't have
censored-
had a consciousness about this piece of art if that didn't happen. It probably would have just gone on and run its course. So, you know, there's a flip side to every coin in this case.
Right. She censored herself.
Yes.
And we don't know the full story here. What could have happened is maybe one of her family members saw that and said, "You were a disgrace to the family," or something like that. You're going to be.
I would hope.
No, well,
But
if
it's
it's Sharia,
possible.
well, but if it was Sharia law, they'd just kill her. You know,
Or
so
somebody in
it's-
the family might have said, you know what, that really is not a very good piece of
I
art.
saw that
I'm
episode of Law
embarrassed."
and Order, and that chick got killed. I seen it. No.
Hey, listen,
Is there anything that hasn't happened on Law and Order? Anything, any scenario? It's
Nope.
all happened.
Any place they can find
Happy
feces and
ending.
semen is it happened.
but look, you know,
I'm
artists
censoring
are,
myself right now.
Can semen be art?
artists are.
Please
Billy.
welcome
Speaking of art,
Billy Rittenhouse to the show. Billy?
Hello. Hi.
Hi.
Billy and I were talking about this topic earlier, and you actually had a very specific viewpoint about this particular case. So,
Yeah. No one gets to decide what you can or can't censor. That's a slippery goddamn slope. Who makes the decision? Because right now it was a picture of a woman being compared to a dog in Sharia law, which is silly. But next it could be someone drew a naked woman. Well, that's offensive. So do we have to take that down now?
well, here's the thing though. Our artists censor themselves all the time, right? Think about if that art she drew was a cartoon of Muhammad. Okay? Think of South Park. They did the cartoon of Muhammad, and Comedy Central forced them to withdraw
censor
it
it, yeah.
and censor it.
In sensory, yeah,
And
because
that's
they
why-
didn't want to piss off
Which is ridiculous.
certain groups.
Well, it's ridiculous, but it's happening all over the world, and partly out of fear, right?
Yes.
So,
but
again, like you said, we don't know the whole story. Was this out of fear, or was there some other reason?
and then there are those other groups who will go that extra step and say we don't care, like Charlie Hebdo, if I'm saying that correctly.
You are.
And yeah, where they decided to just go ahead and print whatever they felt like as a satirical lampoon magazine,
As
And-
how it should be.
but people lost their lives over it.
I know.
all right, we have a few
That was
other
hilarious.
topics to talk about, and the next thing that we want to talk about Alan wanted to talk about the Super Bowl halftime. So, what did you want to say about that?
First of all, I would have replaced it because here's Beyonce being all fabulous and bootylicious. Here's Bruno Mars, arguably one of the greatest dancers and performers nowadays. And here's Chris Martin in the middle. It's kind of like, yeah, like Billy would be, right?
Is that our halftime show?
This is our halftime
What
show.
just happened?
I just felt like, because I felt for Chris Martin from Coldplay, the lead singer of Coldplay. And I liked it. He had this whole big message of love and understanding and stuff like that, and we're singing all our old songs and everything. You might recognize this from 9 years ago. And then here comes Bruno Mars.
Yeah, but I'm sorry. He knew what he was getting into. He knows who's first and who's last. He chose to be at part of that show. Like, you can't feel sorry for him. They probably paid him
I
millions.
felt sorry for him because I've been that awkward white guy.
You were in Coldplay?
I was in Coldplay.
You've been that awkward white guy? You are
I-
that awkward white guy.
I am an awkward white guy.
You all are.
But I have been that guy where, somebody who could dance and sing, well, nobody can really sing better than me, but who could dance better than me is just like doing their thing, and I'm just like, I'm just kind of here. And that's my only point, is that I felt bad for Chris Martin from Coldplay, and the public should know.
I
about
have to
it.
say, the whole thing went over my head, even the whole Beyonce controversy with her political message in there. I didn't get it until I read about
I
it
don't
later.
think it was a political.
I don't think they looked like.
Everything went right over my
When
head.
somebody told me there was a Beyonce controversy, I thought maybe she had a nipple slip like Janet.
No.
I
what I
was
was hoping
very
for.
disappointed that it didn't happen. Maybe
There
a
was-
butt cheek slips out.
There was
something.
some kind of
That's not-
comparison to they looked like panthers or something like that. I don't think a
Like,
single one of her. Yeah, I don't think. Isn't that what the controversy is about?
Yeah.
We were Panthers
Completely.
behind it?
Yeah.
That it was racist.
Was it racist to panthers?
There'd be species.
I think if you're going to go against
Speciest.
part of a species, you should include the whole species. Black Panthers matter.
Is there any
what
other
I'm
What
kind?
about jaguars?
Jaguars.
Let's talk about jaguars.
Jaguars.
What color are they?
They're yellow and black spotted.
Yeah, I don't know.
Well, I think
They've got
that
the stripes. They've got the
That'll
stripes.
the bigger controversy is
Uh-huh.
really whether or not you think Lady Gaga's Star Spangled Banner is as good as Whitney Houston's. That's the controversy. 'Cause I think it was really close.
I think it was wonderful, but more wonderful was the fact that she went on to host the Hunger Games right after she got done with.
That's right.
If you noticed, yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah.
she did look like that. But it was spot on. I mean,
She was wonderful.
That's pretty amazing. That's in the top. That's controversy.
She did a better job with that than she did with, I think it was The Sound of Music, when she sang.
Yes, she also did a better job with the anthem than she did with Life.
It's a better choice than the meat dress.
Yes.
I thought she was very good on American Horror Story.
I did like Whitney Houston's "I Will Always Love You" better than Dolly Parton's "I Will Always Love You."
Could you
Okay,
imagine
fair
a Dolly
enough.
Parton nip slip? That would be. Is there a question from
Maybe a
somebody
nip
out
slip
there?
the
that-
size of
Jen
a
wants
face.
to know.
Jen would like us to
Jen.
talk about what?
Jen wants to know about what you think that feminists are protesting the Doritos commercial with the baby.
Is that the puppy baby monkey?
No. The Dorito. I know what she's talking
Yeah.
about. The Doritos commercial is the father. They were taking a sonogram, and just to paint the picture for you, and you see the baby in the monitor, and the father is putting the Dorito closer, and the baby is trying to get the Dorito. Finally, the Dorito gets thrown across the room or something like that, and the baby kicks out of the woman's womb, and you don't see it obviously, but it's presumed that the baby flings itself out of the mother's womb to get the Dorito.
Well, I mean, that does make sense.
That's
to
art
feminists,
right there.
Because
That's art.
obviously the shape of the Dorito is a direct link to ideas of the vagina, like in the Da Vinci
Right.
Code.
So
Right.
I never gave it a thought, and it's one of those things, again, I just watched it, enjoyed it, laughed like hell.
Because you're
Funny.
not dumb.
Yeah.
That's what it is.
Then
You
I-
wouldn't think it was.
Then I read about the controversy later, and I thought people just need to lighten up a little.
It's how do you can you get?
Well, all right.
What is offensive about
You know, I want to
that?
hear Billy's
Nothing.
take. Come on, Billy.
There's absolutely nothing.
I can't
offensive
think.
about
What are
it.
they saying is
She
offensive
said it
about
was
it?
something with the doctor said at any time now or something like that. Feminists are mad at that.
Well, because the baby might be born. Isn't that what the doctor's freaking job is?
No, they're upset that you humanize the baby.
Yeah.
Then you what?
Oh, they're upset that the baby
Came out or something.
came out and became a human and
For a
was,
Dorito.
or was presumed to be a human inside the womb?
How is this oppressing anybody?
Oh, this
Were
is
they
one of
cool?
those things.
Were they
where-
Cool Ranch
Jen
Doritos?
says it's just an opportunity for people to protest something.
Right.
Well,
Exactly.
yeah, it obviously
Just
is,
saying what
but
they
I'm
are.
just saying, what are they actually complaining about?
Yeah.
Probably because it was like a premature baby and because
She was-
abortion
she
for
was-
some reason, and there's a connection there, and there is. Trust me.
You know, I want to know
There
is,
has
do you
to
think
be.
Doritos is shaking in their shoes right now because are
Because
they going to miss
they-
out on all the feminists that go out right now that are like, should I get Cool Ranch? Nah, screw this.
Jen, I think
I've
the
got my
more
morals.
disturbing of all these things is the, please correct me, because I only saw it twice, because
Right.
people maybe watch it, the puppy monkey baby.
Oh, that's it. I'm sure.
I don't understand that commercial whatsoever, and I watched it twice. That is as close to a psychotic break as I'd ever like to come.
Well, I didn't
I
see
thought
it.
I was losing, I
It
thought
was
I was dying. I was
glorious.
going to hell.
Was it like, is that like a turducken? Was
Puppy
it a
monkey
baby
baby.
inside a monkey inside a puppy?
No, that would have been censored
It's
right
got
away,
baby
and
baby's
that would have
legs.
pissed off the
Point of order.
feminists.
Maybe like
It was the most disturbing commercial.
Thank you.
But it accomplished something.
What did it, we're
You're
talking
talking-
about.
We're all talking.
We're talking about it.
exactly.
I
I think it was
apologize for
great.
that.
You mean it was a
but
pup monk tour?
I thought maybe I missed something. I
Puppy
thought-
baby monkey. I think Chris has something to say about it. Excuse me. I'll let Chris come in and talk
It's
about
musical chair night here. Mission Improbable has
Well,
decided
I've
to
already-
play
I've
musical
already
chairs.
said it. I've already said it.
Say another thing.
Puppy, monkey, baby.
What if Puppy Monkey Baby created an art piece about Sharia law? That would be art.
Do you think puppy monkey
And the
baby
feminists would be
hangs
very
out with
upset with
Left
that. I
Shark?
understand that.
Do you think Left
You know-
Shark and puppy monkey baby like hang out when no one's around?
It,
I think it's time we talk about VD. All right, Valentine's Day. How's it? What is everybody doing for Valentine's Day?
Alan and I are gonna have.
He's
a
leaving.
date.
He's like, I'm done.
You go ahead, man.
Is it going to be that
Get
bad?
in there.
Oh.
Hello.
This is Alex. What are you doing for Valentine's Day?
Well, Deadpool is coming out.
Ah.
You know, I have seen this a lot today, where a lot of the young men in the acting classes have said that for Valentine's Day, they're taking their dates to see Deadpool. Does your date want to go?
Ryan Reynolds, yes. All women want to see
It's
Ryan.
all about Ryan Reynolds. It's not about
But
the
he's not going
story.
shirtless, right? He's
He's
wearing
going
that
full frontal.
That's where I'm
You just
taking my
said
name.
it today.
Nice.
Is he really?
Yeah. Dong and all.
That's where we're going on our
Yeah, but
date.
doesn't it like fall off? He's
Deadpool.
Deadpool.
I mean, I think so.
I'll bet you we
Fuck you, Vegas,
witness,
and take it home.
How ungay.
Wow.
I'll bet you we witness something that people might consider racist in about
Baby.
20 seconds or so, maybe less.
Feminists are going to be very upset about this whole segment.
Wow.
Okay.
Speaking of pissing people off, we have walking
Your head is.
Wait, hold on.
Here we go.
Jesus.
Benji, we have an issue with Periscope.
Someone said that they just want some random sex. I don't know who wants.
Zarif was here earlier. Zarif has left the building. If you want random sex, Zarif would have humped every single person up
Is it
here.
Jen again?
No, who's
So-
Are we still talking about Valentine's Day?
Oh wait, I have to be offended. Whoa!
That's right. I think the theme of the show is turning into
I
offended.
feel almost a song coming on about
Things that offend
things
you.
that offend us. Yeah.
Please.
Chris, you sing. Okay.
Let Chris play the guitar.
No.
You can play, right?
It's working fine. I'm watching it.
Can you play?
It's a comment.
No.
Did you know that when Saint Valentine died, they put his body in the church and it oozed this healing salve for like 2 weeks?
And with that salve, they pressed it down into paper, and Hallmark created a complete monopoly on this fake holiday.
See, I was being for real.
Oh, I'm sorry.
Somebody said, "Wow, you're live. Do something to prove that you're live. Ready, go."
We're live.
We're live.
We're live.
Is there a delay though?
thank you.
Is there a delay?
Yeah, there's like a 10-second delay.
Oh, there's a
There is a
delay.
delay.
So.
Oh, if we're live,
we're
you should
live?
go check on
We're dead
Google.
now.
James Earl Jones just died. If
Well,
that's
actually,
Don't even joke.
Actually, no, nobody's live. Okay. Everyone's a puppet.
Oh, Puppet Billy.
I've already lost the thread of all
Puppet
of
Billy
this.
Monkey.
Puppet Billy.
So what is the song you wanted to sing?
We're going to sing the most offensive song in the world right
Oh,
now.
good Lord, this is the end of our our little mini careers here streaming.
Yeah, I don't know if you can say anything about that.
I'll try to.
We're just talking about things that offend us.
Common Core.
Yeah, this is just a song to let you people know what offends everybody. So if you happen to be listening to this, take note. Because you want everybody to have a safe space. You don't want to trigger anybody. Don't say any words. Don't say any words.
I wanna feel safe. Tagline song.
Don't say any words. Don't you trigger me. Offend the world.
In America, it's perfectly acceptable to make fun of Ave Maria. But in America, liberals will get up in arms if you make fun of sure.
The Facebook
Don't say.
Periscope people don't care.
Back to the tag.
Don't say any words. It's how you don't offend anyone. You don't say any
It
words.
turned into a southern song.
That's it.
Southern style.
Yeah, we're going Southern style now. Very offensive.
No, stay there. I'm just going to join y'all.
Well, I got friends of every color and creed and sexual preference. But I don't ever talk to them anymore, cause they might get offended. See, I'm a Jesus-loving, gun-toting, truck-driving man myself. So if I talk to them, then I trigger them because I'm a stupid, misogynistic son of a bitch is what I am. Don't say any words.
I have no idea what you just said.
My best buddy.
Don't say any words.
Wanna feel safe.
Don't say any words. Don't say any words. Or you might offend someone. You ready here?
I want to take this occasion
It's gonna rhyme with occasion.
What rhymes with
to
occasion?
say I don't think Alex really hates you.
Oh, now that's offensive. That's racist.
He is a friend of mine.
So it's okay to say. Right?
He's a friend of
I
mine,
have black
too.
friends.
It's gonna help
So
me
we
with the rhyme.
don't say any words. Don't say any words, or you might offend someone. Don't say any words. Don't piss off the wrong group. Don't say any words, or you might offend someone.
A lot of people think I'm a lot of things. Some people think I'm Mexican. Some people think I'm cheeky. Did I offend someone saying cheeky? Probably. They say I'm an Inuit. I'm an Eskimo. Heard that, but I don't think they exist though. Worst thing anybody called me is a little kid. Said I looked like I was from New Jersey.
Don't say any words.
I'm from New Jersey.
Don't say any words.
Wait, you guys.
Or you might offend someone.
You just made every leave.
Did I offend you with my words? If I did, I feel really bad. And you know what? Screw you. If you're offended, go fuck yourself and go somewhere and be offended, and that's it.
That's the first thing you said that didn't offend me.
We have some, yes.
Yeah.
Oh, we have a
We have a question or a suggestion.
Stop playing.
We have a
Stop
question
playing, stop
and
singing. Yes.
like 100 comments.
Really?
Are they all from Daniel Post for making
No,
fun of his
they're
penis?
from Scooch.
Okay. Oh, Scooch. Hi, Scooch.
Hey, Scooch.
Scooch.
How much wood does a woodchuck chuck?
If a woodchuck could chuck wood.
If I could chuck really chucked wood.
A woodchuck can chuck as much wood as a woodchuck could.
No,
If a woodchuck could chuck wood, and they can't.
This is true.
That's the answer to that.
Woodchucks cannot chuck wood.
He
I
wrote,
think
I
they
miss
can.
Alan's beautiful face. I want David Cohen as Deadpool. I miss all of your faces. Looks
Wow.
like David finally got a new hat. LOL.
This is the oldest hat I
Such an old
have.
hat. It's all
I have a
leather.
beautiful face.
But it looks
Scooch.
good on
Thank
camera.
you. You have a
Actually-
beautiful beard.
My hair's so white, I should be wearing a hat. I see that.
Tell Scooch. We used to do in my house when my kids were really, really little. We used to do how much wood could a woodchuck chuck with all the different accents. And I think the favorite one that we ever did for them was the drill instructor. How much wood could a woodchuck chuck? If a woodchuck could chuck wood, it could chuck as much as a woodchuck could. If a woodchuck could chuck wood, sound off.
1, 2,
Sound off.
Just wood.
Sound off.
Yeah.
1, 2. Woodchuck.
Woodchuck!
Yeah.
By the way, a woodchuck can chuck wood because I saw it on a Geico commercial.
Oh,
What's
right.
the actual animal name of a woodchuck?
A woodchuck.
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 What kind of lazy
And Alec learned something tonight.
That'd be,
Kind of like an anteater.
Terry.
that'd be a
wants-
gopher.
Terry wants to know what?
It's a gopher.
Terry Sandler?
Yeah.
Oh, God.
Hey,
How can we
Sandler.
get you to come and perform at our school?
We would love to. Terry teaches a theater program in Peak Skill, formerly of NFA. He's a brilliant teacher.
Brilliant.
And we would love to visit you and
He's also
play.
handsome.
He's an awesome
very
actor.
handsome.
Awesome actor, too.
Yeah.
Daniel
great.
said, I can't watch this now. I'm at work. Please post it later.
Okay. Thank you.
That's
It's
how
all
most
right,
human
it's all right,
works.
because
It's basically how
we're
it
not
works.
really live,
yeah.
so.
Obviously, this is a bit delayed. We're looking for any problems that you'd like to solve, personal problems that we can give you good advice, bad advice, and really horrible advice. That's one of the things we'd like to do here.
Yes.
So if you have something you'd like us to address and solve for you, we will give you the good, the bad, and the ugly, as it's called.
Right.
So while we're waiting for that, we kind of avoided VD, and I want to talk about Valentine's Day
As you should.
this year. What are we doing?
Oh, I'd be happy to share my BD with other people's BD.
That might be offensive.
I don't care.
Okay.
Obviously.
So I've got big plans.
You
I'm
do?
gonna get some candles
Okay.
and some soft music.
Nice.
I'm gonna make a wonderful dinner for my favorite person.
Yourself.
And then me and myself are just gonna cry together, and blow the candles. And you probably won't see me on Monday.
Alec, I heard it's very much in style right now to yell Adele songs at your cat, too.
Yeah.
If you can do that, you just have the trifecta of the lonely house cat
The
lady.
cat is the only thing keeping me alive now. I don't have a cat, guys. I don't have a cat.
You know, in the immortal words of Woody Allen, masturbation is just sex with the person you love. So,
Wow.
you know, you should have a very good BD.
That's
He
weird.
also
'cause-
has a really good quote. Hey, my daughter is cute.
You know, the thing is,
However, he
for
didn't
me,
do the Trump, I want to bang my daughter.
Now
for me,
we're,
it's
I
more
mean, he
like
did
having
do it,
sex
though,
with someone
so-
I hate.
now we're
We
getting,
got one
now
up
we're
on
getting
Trump.
offensive.
See, now Alec, yeah, poor Alec over there, he's bringing up the point that he may end up having sex with somebody he hates if he goes ahead and takes care of business on himself that night. Because you may end up hating yourself for the way you treat yourself on Valentine's Day.
Yeah,
Yeah.
cheap tawdry.
So, do we have any advice for Alec? I mean, how do you spend Valentine's Day by yourself and not hate yourself in the morning? What can you do?
You know what? My suggestion would be to wait till the day after Valentine's Day. That's when all the chocolate is about 70 to 80% off.
Exactly.
All right, you go collect up all that chocolate, and then you just go around to all the random women, find the ugliest women you could find. All right.
All right, so
No,
the
no, no,
feminists
listen, I'm
who
not
don't
done.
like the Dorito
See, now
commercial
that could be
are going to be
something
on
No,
him.
you go around to the ugliest women you
Absolutely.
could find and be like, hey, I bet you didn't get one of these this year, and you turn out to be the savior for that woman. She no longer wants to go home and take a bath with a toaster.
That's a little presumptuous that someone would have a toaster in this day and age.
Yes. And now the world knows my
Well,
stupid
this
laugh.
show is about offending people, so we're doing a better job.
We're doing a wonderful job at offending people.
Do we have any problems to solve? Everybody's perfectly happy, everybody's content, nobody has a single problem.
I want to hear Chris and Billy's advice to Alec about what he should do about being alone.
What do you
on
do when you're
Valentine's
lonely?
My wife might be watching, so I'm never lonely, and I'm getting her flowers, chocolate card, anything else she wants, taking her on a trip, and you do the same.
You know, actually, I forgot. I actually do have plans for Sunday.
What's that?
I'm gonna go into Rockland County with a few people, and we're going to invade bar restaurants that have jukeboxes and play songs from jock jams while doing 90s style dancing.
Nice.
This is a real thing that's happening.
Oh my God.
Yeah, hashtag Heather Candela, we're doing it. It's gonna happen.
All right, Billy, advice for
Well,
loneliness on Valentine's Day?
Chris's wife is watching, so I'm never lonely. I'll have some chocolates later.
Are you buying Stephanie flowers and chocolates and taking her on a trip?
Well, the lady's a saint.
Does
so
Chris know this?
Everyone should buy her.
I mean,
Yes, she is a
right.
saint.
Well,
She is the same.
he's doing me a favor, I got it covered, that way, if something happens to me, it's covered. So,
Nice.
gotta have a backup plan.
Nice.
All right.
By the way, the comedian John Mulaney, he has a great story about that, going to
The
a
jukebox.
diner and playing
Yeah, I
What's
believe-
New
So
Pussycat
What's New
a dozen
Pussycat?
times.
Yeah, it's a
What's
good
new,
one.
Pussycat?
I believe we have a
Whoa.
suggestion over
We
there.
Yeah.
have two.
Ooh.
One's from Anwar and one's from Michelle, so I'm gonna combine them.
All right.
On
One
Shell.
from Anwar, one from Michelle.
We're gonna combine it. It says, my gay roommate wants to know how to deal with stupid boys and racism. So we're gonna do, my gay roomie wants to know how to deal with stupid racist boys.
Oh, so the
Oh, so the advice, yeah.
the
good
advice
advice.
is the gay roommate
Needs to know what to
needs
do
to know how to deal
with stupid racist
stupid racist roommates.
boys. No, boys.
Okay.
Guys.
What do you do with stupid
When we say
racist
boys, do we mean like how old are these boys?
Like people that he's
college age?
get college.
Classifying.
Wait, so
College
his
age and
question was
stupid
just what to
racist-
do about stupid.
What do you do about stupid racist
boys.
boys? Some really good advice from Mr. Todd. You always give very sound, good advice. If I have a problem, I go to Chris and I say, help me, and I get good advice like this.
Well, just come down to the level and they won't piss you off anymore.
How does one come down to that level?
Just
Be stupid and racist.
All right,
Stupid and
so act
racist.
stupid. Okay.
And if you do that, what have you got to be angry about?
Okay.
Am I wrong?
No.
Well, you have advice too.
Oh, I have some bad advice.
Please share some bad advice for Anwar and Michelle.
Mine was bad.
I think to truly
What's
understand.
it good?
It was good. He had very good advice, I think. Come down to their level. I have a little bit more bad advice, but it works for some
Sounds
people.
like the GOP debate right now. Everybody's sinking down there and yelling at each other.
Listen, I would like to have sex with my daughter while the whole party watches.
Now let's dispel this myth that Barack Obama doesn't know what he's doing. He knows exactly what he's doing.
There's the soundbite. All right.
Anyway, back to the topic. I would like to give some bad advice to Anwar and Michelle about
Racist.
Racist.
stupid racist,
Stupid racist.
how to deal with stupid racist boys.
Stupid racist.
Okay,
Really racist.
so here's the thing. You can't truly know somebody until you know every single thing about them inside and out. So I would implore, especially Anwar, as a large black man, to go and engage in sexual congress with his racist roommate, and then they'll truly have a better understanding of each other. There's going to be some awkward silence.
Two things. I think that is horrible advice, but I also think the word sexual congress is redundant. So we have really, really bad advice from Mr. Vanacourt. Super bad advice.
Well, I'd say.
What do you
that-
do about your racist boys?
Racist
your
roommate
friends?
boys.
Well, I think one, that stupid racist boys is kind of redundant
Okay.
because we all know old boys are racist, right? Feminist Dorito ladies.
Right!
But, I'd say Thunderdome.
Thunderdome.
That's right along with bringing them down to my level,
Yes.
not their level.
Yeah.
Thunderdome, you're talking about
Well, it is my-
make them fight to the death? Is
Fight to
that-
the death.
Fight to the death.
Thunderdome, is that what you mean by that?
No,
Or-
make them watch Thunderdome. I think if everyone watched Thunderdome, we'd all come together
I
as
was
a
pretty
people.
sure that was like a
Bartertown,
sexual term.
Bartertown is a town run by a female minority. And behind the scenes is a
Think of all the government
little
funding
person
she
riding
gets.
on the back of a Down syndrome giant. It's the most peaceful community that ever came. And all it took
Wow,
was
how
the apocalypse.
all-inclusive the apocalypse is.
Yeah, but you know what?
Thank
though?
you, Tina Turner and Mel
The, like,
Gibson.
incorrect offensive thing I've ever heard.
Wait, none of that. No, none of that's
No, no, no,
offensive.
no,
If
no.
you've seen Thunderdome, that's exactly what happened.
Think about
I've
it.
never heard it
A
described.
female
that way.
It's the
minority-owned
most- yeah.
business.
We don't need another hero.
Yeah, yeah,
All right, Tina.
What's love got to do with any of this?
yeah.
All right.
All right. Do we have any more problems that we would like to have solved?
Well, Scooch wrote something.
Okay, what did Scooch write?
He wrote The Life of a Mormon.
The
Oh.
Life of a Mormon.
Of a Mormon.
Just
Well,
the life
all right,
of
if he's wanting to know what to do about the life of
Why
a
don't you
Mormon,
come in here
I
and talk
would
about Mormons,
recommend
Billy?
that this Mormon person should be taken to see Book of Mormon. And they might have a different view on it afterwards.
The church actually pays for people to see the movie because they love it.
Oh, then maybe it's not such a good idea. I'm giving bad advice tonight, right? Apparently.
You're supposed to give good advice.
Like it or not, I'm giving bad advice. Well,
I no longer go to Chris Ty for any of my personal problem needs.
You know, I feel like the whole Mormon thing would be awesome if you could have multiple girlfriends.
instead of multiple wives.
Multiple wives sounds like the worst thing that could ever happen to anybody.
All right, so I'm gonna change the subject because this is actually something I've been thinking about, and I don't want to cause too much controversy on this one. Chris Rock hosting the Oscars this weekend. Do we think that Chris Rock is going to address the issue of only white people being nominated?
one
Do we
statement.
think he will address that in some kind of comedy bit, or he'll have something to say about it?
Producer, is it-
I
is
have
it
one
Steve?
statement.
Yes.
This is our producer.
He's
Go.
Chris Rock. So.
All right, he's, yeah.
Yeah.
Yes.
So is that a yes? He's
Anything
Chris Rock's a
that's, like,
yes.
remotely important, he's gonna,
I think he'll bring it up. It's gonna be funny.
yeah.
I'm gonna enjoy it. I'm gonna be happy with it.
I think he'll find a way to put a funny spin on it.
Yeah, he'll do something.
That's what he does, that's his thing.
He is a
He's
comedian.
kind of
He'll make
like
a joke that
Alan
he's
Angevine. He makes me feel good about racism. What did I say?
Probably as Seinfeld makes me feel good about being Jewish. Same type of thing, yeah.
Come on, guys. It's all huddled around some good old-fashioned racism with Chris Rock.
What's the deal with racism?
Lot of racists over here. Lot of racist people talking about racist stuff.
Oh wait, we have albino Chris Rock. Albino Chris Rock.
Albino Chris Rock is in the house.
Do tell.
How you doing? I'm Quartz Rock. I'm the white version of Chris Rock. Look at all these white people standing around doing jokes, trying to take my job. You think you're funny? You ain't funny.
Okay, so I'm going to challenge you right now because I think this is going to be interesting. Alan does a really good Bill Cosby impression. I want to have a conversation between Bill Cosby and Chris Rock about what's going down right now.
No, what he means by I do a good Bill Cosby impression is I'm very sneaky about putting shit in your drinks.
Okay, but, yes.
Oh,
Yes, you are.
so you want
I
to-
still don't remember what happened last night, Alan.
A conversation between
Chris Rock and Bill Cosby.
Chris Rock and Bill Cosby, and what's the topic?
About the Oscars.
Okay. Thank God I brought props.
Well, now, you see, Christopher, you need to address the elephant in the room. These white people think they can just dominate themselves. They're not talented. They're just not. They don't make me laugh. You gonna finish that drink? What the hell are you talking about? I'm just here to get a paycheck. I haven't put out a special in years.
How many people do we have on Periscope? Hi.
Hey, Brett.
5.
Yay, hi.
Yay, high five people on Periscope.
And we will be here again next Wednesday, our live stream time is from 7 to 8. We really would like to hear what you'd like us to talk about, so send us some suggestions, and we'll try to cover it as much as we can. So,
In the meantime, if our good friend Alex there has any suggestions, possibly anything you want to see, hear, talk about.
Me?
Alex.
Alex,
Things I would like to see live.
come join us.
Alex and Alex.
Alex and Alex.
Take a seat. Okay.
Alex on Alec. It's not just a sandwich at the Carnegie Deli anymore.
I just think I don't think it's so wrong to want to have people be comfortable everywhere.
You seem very comfortable right now.
Yeah.
Oh, thank you. Thank you. It's good to see you.
People misconstrue what political correctness really is.
Correctiveness.
Corrected. Yeah.
All right,
Corrective
so it's
lenses.
misconstrued. You tell us what political incorrectness is then.
Political incorrectness is an insensitivity towards people that you consider less important than yourself. Not based on ethnicity or...
But do we not live in a country where everybody thinks that their shit doesn't smell and we are more important than any other person?
That happens all over the world.
We teach everybody.
Yes.
You can be anything you want to be.
I don't tell my kids that.
You're a good teacher. I don't tell my kids that. What do you tell them?
I tell them, do the math problem. 1 through 10, don't
That's
talk
a
to me.
very good thing.
Do the math.
No, you may not go to the bathroom.
And it's a good thing to know your limits, I think. So what Alex is doing is letting the students know that there's this group of kids that he's teaching right now is just like anybody else. A few winners, a whole lot of losers. So know your limits, kids, I think is Alex's main point.
Yeah, I think kids should stop believing that they can be everything they want to be when they grow up.
Yeah.
But why is everything so offensive these days? Everybody's offended by everything. I'm offended by that hat you're wearing. You were wearing an orange hat before. Why are you now wearing another hat? That offends me.
Do it. Do it.
I don't know about you guys, but I was offended by David's question just
What
now.
do you mean?
There, I feel better. So what do we find offensive?
I'm offended that Alec felt like he had to change because of the pressure from over here. That offends the shit out of me.
So which...
Now, you know
do
what?
care about more?
I actually got something. I'm going to be a teacher. I'm trying to be a teacher. And 9 out of 10 times when I tell someone that, I get the joke, oh, so you're a pedophile. Fuck that. No.
What kind of friends do you have?
All the time. No,
Those
not
are
even
your
friends.
friends.
See, people I don't know all the time.
This is true. This is true, Billy. Because no, I understand what you mean.
Oh my
Because
God.
I used to be back when I went to college years and years ago. I was studying to be an elementary school teacher, and people always said the same thing to me. They were always just like, "Oh, you're either gay or you're a pedophile or something."
All the
like that.
time.
I have never gotten that. All I have gotten is parents trust you with their kids. But that's not like a sexual thing. It's like, I'm weird.
It's
I
just-
might teach them the
Because
wrong
you're a
things.
man.
It's amazing how Alex is throwing his voice right now.
But don't you think that in this day and age we really do teach everybody in our society to be social suspect? We are
Yes.
always on guard. We are always suspecting somebody of something. That person's wearing a turban, they have a bomb. That person's hanging out in their Boy Scout master, so they must be like little boys. That person is a person of color, so they're going to steal something. We
Well,
are
that one,
trained
that's true.
to look.
David, this week I had my hood up on my hoodie, and the guy told me that if he was a cop, he'd pull me over just because I have my hood up.
All right, so Benji just said that got pulled over for having the hood up.
No,
We
somebody
got
who's
pulled
not a
over.
cop
We got
told me
pulled
that
over a
they
few
would.
months ago because everybody in our
illegal.
car was wearing a hat and my kids were wearing hoodies. We got pulled over. The cop rolls up to the car and I roll down the window. He looks at me and he's like, "Oh, hi. What are you doing?" And I looked at the kids. I said, "If I was your age, we would have been searched and probably ticketed for something."
Yeah, right? I got
because
pulled
we
over
were
for
wearing
littering a
hoodies.
month ago.
You're not
You
supposed to
littering.
litter. That's actually illegal.
That was
Well, they were offended by it, is what I'm saying, and I was offended.
Litter is offensive.
to what, like, that one
The
Native
Native
American?
American that cries when
Yeah.
the garbage goes by his feet.
That
and
guy was Italian.
I think
He's full of
He
shit.
was
True.
not.
He was
He was
Italian.
a cheat. He was not Italian.
Okay, yeah, he was
Google it.
Italian, he was a
Native-
chief. Hey, chief, what do you want over here? Hey, what do you want, chief?
It's so
All right,
not
so-
true.
I just think
He got
From the
in trouble
'70s,
for
that
it.
he no,
I
the guy
think
from the '70s. Was
social media, social media takes plays a huge role in this mob mentality.
It was like
and
Tourette's.
Right, I agree. If you ever read the comments section of anything, like a picture of a puppy playing with a ball or something like that, somebody in the comments,
This is bullshit.
No, they'll put this is hard to jerk off to.
exactly.
No, really, that's a pretty.
This is really going to be hard to do.
But it's really not.
All right, so
Is this easy
I
to
want to
masturbate
address
to?
something that
I
I think
wanna know.
is really, really important with this whole social media thing. And that is, every time somebody puts something up on Facebook or puts something up on any other social media, why are people so mean in the comments? Do you think because somebody puts something up on social media that it gives you the right to bully the person you're talking to, call them names, tell them they're ugly, tell them they're fat, tell them horrible things about them? It seems there's this anonymous.
Yeah.
Oh, is Chris going to play a song about?
I think there are two levels on that. People shouldn't use social media as a diary. At the same time, that doesn't give anyone a right to then abuse them.
But it's not just kids that are doing this. These are grown-ass adults that are writing on people's walls horrible, horrible things.
Well, I think it's
About the
part of,
people.
I think it's just part of how, when you're posting things, it's anonymous.
It's not
So-
anonymous, but you're at least.
Well, I mean, but you're not, no one's gonna punch you in the face.
It's not
You're there.
confrontational. It's
Yeah,
not
what
physical
keeps people from
confrontation.
being assholes for the most part is the threat that someone's gonna hurt them.
including God.
Right, because I guarantee you, some of the stuff that has been said to me, because of some of my views, I've been called stupid, I've been called all kinds of names, and I have said to people, I'm like, I don't think that you would say these things to me in person.
You're
And if you
stupid.
wouldn't say it to me in person, and you can't do that with a straight face, and if you can't say something to me in my face, in person, then why are you writing it on the wall? Does that make you feel safe? Because I will find you.
Highly amazing.
Do you know who I hate?
Tell us who you hate.
Tell us who you hate, Chris.
You're supposed to say who.
Who?
People who imitate owls.
People,
Are you
Okay.
gonna
We're not
swallow
ending on that, we promise.
No, I'm gonna write that down. My kids would love that.
Owls.
is, what age range are your students?
Middle school.
Middle school, they'll love that joke.
He'll be like, oh, dad joke.
That is a complete bad joke.
Here's something that somebody, I forget who it was probably somebody who was watching, who told me this yesterday, that one of their teachers, and I won't say who it is, one of their teachers is much older, and they are using current vernacular in the classroom, and the students are like, please don't use those words.
They're like, you're being
Like,
whacked.
yo, that's tight. This is coming from somebody who's like in their 60s.
You're
How do you
being-
feel about teachers who are much older using vernacular?
Well, I think it's whack.
Okay.
I think if you want to be a dope fly teacher, what you should really do is just be your own self, because those teachers probably should check themselves before they wreck themselves. It's pretty groovy.
A lot of teachers out there do think that they are all that and a bag of chips. And I don't think those teachers are as fly as they all think they really are.
Yeah, well, they're trying to be fresh, but they're coming off very not fresh.
I
They're
think
not down.
this vernacular is like 20 years old.
Well, we kind of got stuck in
back
the late
further.
90s.
These are people who,
I think
in
this.
their
Swell.
childhood,
Swell,
in their
it's
younger
swell, it's good.
years, they didn't watch enough Three Stooges.
Can teachers work too hard to reach their students by trying to use their vernacular?
Yes, they can. And as soon as they start using the phrase Jimmy hat and parents aren't home.
What about when they want to talk to you and they'll turn like the chair
They'll sit in it backwards and be like,
Turn his ass
I
up.
would never.
you can trust me
I
because
do
my
that.
chair's
I
backwards.
know I do
I'm
that.
free.
I do it all the time.
Wow, we should listen to him because his chair's backwards and his hat is askew.
He's using his chair in an unfunctional way. He must understand me.
I'm one of you guys.
Guys,
What is improv?
I just received a question
All right.
from an audience member.
In your crotch?
In my
I just got a
crotch
question from the
area.
audience member.
Phone call's coming from his dog.
Did
Answer it.
They're inside.
can jet fuel melt steel beams, and did Tony Hawk cause 9/11?
Tony Hawk did.
Tony Hawk
Tony Hawk.
caused 9/11.
Tony
He
Hawk
did.
caused 9/11.
I think when adults use
He was skateboarding
teenage
too hard.
vernacular, what's the word?
Vernacular.
Vernacular.
What happened in 9/11?
It's
You bypass.
Minute.
Is it someone cute?
it lets the kids know how stupid
Hello.
they sound, and I think that's
Oh, it's
important.
Michael Alley. Yeah. Oh God. Never mind. Bye, Michael
So
Alley.
you feel that teachers sound stupid if they use that vernacular?
Boom. 10%.
If teachers use that vernacular, it's almost always, at least the teachers I know, in an ironic or sarcastic way to demonstrate to the students how ridiculous they sound.
Yeah, because I mean, if they're trying to do it seriously, then that should be corny.
You know what would be really cool though? If a teacher showed up with his jeans pulled down around
Right.
his butt crack.
You know.
That would be fun.
Pants on the ground.
I don't think
Speaking
we
of
can have this
vernacular, and I expect my
Shut up.
students,
Right.
my students to stand on their desk and say, "Captain, oh Captain,
Oh, Captain, my Captain.
oh Captain, my Captain," and yeah.
This is why Jake's not.
How'd you get that wrong?
Yeah, aren't you like an English teacher?
No,
He's a theater teacher.
Who should know that line?
I can play.
We're all
I can
prepared.
play in
Well,
English,
we have theater in English.
but I am not. We have 10.
Wow.
10 people or 10 minutes?
10 minutes.
Okay,
Oh,
thank you.
10 minutes, thank you.
We got this
10
from the
minutes,
back.
thanks.
I don't know what this means. That's like paw prints from back there.
Ah!
So, do we have a...
You just
another topic?
supported the Panthers.
Oh, God.
Oh no.
David.
David,
I'm leaving.
Now we're gonna.
I
sing
support
you.
Panthers. Pink
I
Panthers.
don't.
Black Panthers is redundant because all Panthers are black.
Except for the pink ones.
What is your albino?
They're not Panthers.
Yeah, there are albino.
Panthers is the term that you used for a large cat with a hair condition.
Actually, my son was on the Panthers
Let me
and it
look
was
up the
a Pee Wee
definition.
football
Google
league.
it.
And he's not black?
No, my son is not black. Not as far as I know.
It's okay to rip on Panthers. They just lost the Super Bowl.
Right, so the
My
next,
game expired.
the next topic of discussion,
Damn.
speaking of that, is kids' sports and adult sports and the violence in sports right now. Should we give football such a hard time? I mean, people who are in football know what is involved. They've been training. They grew up tackling each other and beating the crap out of each other. And now there's a lot of people saying, you know, it's brutal and you're giving yourselves concussions and there should be safeguards or don't do it.
Fucking liberals.
It's not just liberals. There's a lot of people out there who are you know, calling for the end of these brutal types of sport events.
Yeah, but not enough people, because then they'd stop doing it.
Yeah.
More
Yes.
people want to see it.
100 million people watch football games. I don't think they.
They really care.
That's an
what
indication
someone
that it
thinks.
should be canceled because of hitting it too hard.
They
You ever
should take
watch?
away some of the safety
You ever
of it.
watch the lingerie football? The arena
That-
football with the
the,
lingerie?
No,
Lingerie football
explain
league.
this.
Well, that's. I mean, I kind of just did.
This is people wearing lingerie.
No, specifically women. It's like a women's league, and they wear like.
That's offensive that they would call it lingerie football. Though.
Isn't it powder puff?
They're
But
playing
that's exactly
football
what
in
it is.
lingerie.
That's
Right.
offensive.
Lingerie
Powder puff football. That
Yeah,
sounds
yeah,
offensive too. Why can't it just be called
Powder
football?
puff is when the
With
cheerleaders are
women.
in football.
They're in lingerie.
That's just girls.
As
Well, it's,
opposed to
it's
regular
just a
football.
thing. All right? It's a thing I saw.
So they're sexualizing football to make you forget about the concussion.
Yeah,
And
there you
use it
go.
on the air?
Yeah.
Ah, Obama.
Is the lingerie football played in the mud in a bar?
No,
No,
it's
no,
not.
I think, no.
They play. You know, I think it's sexy you to think they don't use real football rules.
Yeah, you're racist.
It's okay.
Yeah.
But
Stop
they have
being
to
a
wear
racist,
lingerie.
Whitney Houston.
What protects them from getting hurt? They're not wearing,
Actually,
are they
they
wearing
have
pads and
Yeah, they
they're
got
wearing
pads.
everything and lingerie. Who came up with this idea? A man.
A genius.
I guarantee you a woman did not come up with that idea.
Well, I think it's sexist that you don't think a woman can come up with a successful sport idea.
That is sexist that you.
I bet
wouldn't
you. I
think a
bet you.
woman
I
could
bet
come
you.
up with
I
that
bet you
idea.
you're the kind of person that thinks that that men are better at every sport than women. I bet you're that kind of dude.
Who, me?
Yes, you.
I agree.
Every
From what you're
sport?
saying. Well, curling, they're equaling.
I guarantee you,
Because
men
it's
are
because of all
not
that
better
sweeping. It's because all that sweeping.
at women than
Oh,
women's
man.
basketball or women's volleyball.
Actually, I went to high school with the girls in the WNBA now.
Why can't it just be the NBA and they have them mix up?
Yeah.
I'd love that.
That'd be
I
nifty.
used to play.
I have no problem with that.
Do you have any idea how much rape would occur in the locker room?
More than now?
See, that's
maybe?
offensive that you think they couldn't control themselves.
Yeah, you think just because the women start playing basketball, they're start raping all the dudes? That's racist.
Time. All right.
That's racist.
So we have a request to end on a song, actually, if I may. Gonna do a blues song for our friend Scooch, who's been our top who's been our top commenter tonight.
Has he given us a topic he'd like us to?
He has given us a topic he would like to have the blues about is why it takes so long to grow facial hair. Am I correct on that? All right.
That's so relevant to what we've been talking about.
I know.
really appreciate that he
Thanks,
suggested
Scooch.
that.
Thank you, Scooch.
Well, we can always change it if we
It's
need
so
to.
evident that
We
he's
can thank
watching.
Scooch for a terrible suggestion. No, we're still going to do
And a
the blues
beautiful face.
about something, though.
No, I don't mind. I'm just upset that it wasn't even one.
David, can we have a
You
roll?
have the most facial hair.
I think if Scooch would like us to do the blues about facial hair, then we're doing the blues about facial hair.
Should we ask someone? Well, go ahead, do your thing. I'm going to ask someone I know what I should sing about it.
What you
Who's
should
watching
sing
it right
about
now?
the facial hair blues?
Yeah, sure. Why not?
Go for it.
I mean, it's too rhyming.
I got enough.
Well, I grow hair on my face just because I can.
I don't see any.
I said I grow hair on my face because I can.
Oh, yeah.
Because it can.
And that's something you feminists can't do because you're a woman.
Oh, no,
Pissed
he
you
didn't.
off.
No, he didn't.
You're Italian.
That's really funny you say that. I seen women with beards.
Women with beards, women with beards.
I think it's really funny you say that. I've seen women with beards.
Women with beards.
Can't think of much to say that rhymes with beards.
That's weird.
I wasn't prepared for that. I wanted to stare at women with beard. I see them, and I love them. Physically.
Anybody else?
I'm gonna go with this one. Almost there.
Take your time.
I got so much hair on my face, just like a pooch.
Like a pooch.
You know where I'm going with this.
Like a...
I got so much hair on my face, just like a pooch.
Like a pooch.
Or a
Rhymes with
scooch.
You can call me Scooch.
Or a 70s scooch.
That's just for you.
Well, I got nothing to say.
Nothing to say.
What do you do?
Nothing to say.
You would know, but I have a whole face full of hair, and I got nothing to say.
Nothing to say.
Nothing to say.
And that's because it once turned all gray.
Oh, that's why you don't grow
Appreciate
hair.
formula today.
Viva Viagra! Viva Viagra!
I can't pay by that.
Viva Honey baby monkey.
Does it, you guys, I get the Viva
I do.
Viagra.
I hear it.
You know what I'm talking about?
Anybody else?
Anybody else got one?
All right, Bill,
All right,
go.
Bill.
We're saying goodbye?
Well, when I sing about
Was it time? Is it
I know. Sorry, Bill. You're getting cut off.
debacle.
Talk about next week.
Next week we'll be here, 7 p.m.
I'm gonna run
8
this
p.m.
entire follicle.
We'll have Billy Rittenhouse start off the blues so we don't cut him off. And we'd love to see you. Send us your suggestions Hope you enjoyed listening to us just talk and do a little improv.
Thanks for texting me while this is going on, Ryan and Babe. Thank you. Thank you.
Next week I'm going to have my
Thanks
phone
for
on
listening.
vibrate the whole time, so text me like crazy, so it vibrates in my pocket. We'll see you next week. Thank you.